to keep the students together. And that place was called Peterhouse College, near where we started our journey today. We're going to see 8 of the old colleges, and we start with this one here, maybe the most famous college of all. This is called King's College, Cambridge. Right, there is the one you see on all the postcards and in the guidebooks. And we have this magnificent chapel, King's College Chapel, the second largest chapel in the world. Do you know the difference between a church and a chapel?
Nope. The church, and the chapel. No, it was the other word.
Church is open to the public. A chapel is private, more private. So this is the second biggest chapel in the world. The biggest is in Rome, the Sistine Chapel in Rome. Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Well, this is the product of a King of England, Henry VI. I'll tell you about that in a moment, but you can see the area of a typical college. So you have a chapel, especially in those times, medieval times. You have a white building there, the building for the teachers and the professors of King's.
That white building?
Yeah, that's called the Gibbs Building, after the architect who designed it, James Gibbs. Oh, incidentally, James Gibbs wrote a book, the Book of Architecture, a book called the Book of Architecture. There was a picture of his favourite building, that building, on the front cover. The book was sent around the world, the English-speaking world. It was in America, the American colonies at the time, 1730, around then. And it is said to have influenced the model for the White House in Washington.
Oh.
Okay.
You mean the one that the Brits burned further on?
Yeah, the first one. And then finally, behind me, you have the house, big house there, big house area. That's accommodation, where the students live. So all the colleges we see have something like this. Now, King's College Chapel took a long time to build because of the wars that were fighting at the time. Now, Henry VI, who started it in 1441, was a good king. He was actually very generous with his money, and he liked to help the poor. He helped poor young boys, orphan boys, boys with no mother or father. And he started a school near London called Eton. You've heard of Eton? Eton College?
Yeah.
Very famous school today, very rich school today. But in Henry VI's time, it's for the very poor. Yeah, and when the boys were 13, they came up to King's College to continue their education. Now, he was fighting a war with the members of his family,
Give him some.
his cousins.
Man. Give him some. Come on.
And so he wasn't king forever, and other kings took over. Edward IV and Richard III. Anyway, so not much work was done on that chapel. It was only 100 years later that King Henry VII and Henry VIII, after the wars had finished, completed that chapel. It took a long time. Okay, let's go on. Now we come to our next college. Gentlemen, on my right here, this is called Clare College. And it was founded in 1338, so it's the second oldest college in the system. Founded by a lady called Elizabeth de Clare, this building, this area here. And she's become known as the Black Widow of Cambridge. Why is that? Well, she married 3 times, and each time her husbands died. So she inherited a lot of money. Yeah? And with the money, she used to start to help an old college that wasn't doing very well financially. A place called University Hall. So she saved University Hall from bankruptcy, and then she changed the name to Clare College after her name.